So I have something to admit. I had 2 other videos and I deleted them. We only have 1 video. So you're kind of coming into this in the middle. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but let's get to it. So what we're doing, we are running electrical to these lights. You'll probably see some of that in the videos, but we have different sections of the barn to keep working on. I'm almost done with running the lights, but I do still have a lot of that footage, so I'm sure you guys will see the gist of it, the majority of it, and then we'll run outlets for the walls. This is exactly where all the lights are going to go in this building. So this is the wiring diagram. We have 3 legs to our circuit. All of the lights are going to be fed off of 1 power supply. Each one of these colors is a leg to our circuit. So we have the red circuit, the yellow circuit, and the green circuit. We already had the red fully wired up. The yellow is probably 80%, and then the green is probably in the 60 to 70% range. What I've done is I've prepped my cables. I have 2 different lengths of wire over there. I've cut both ends, the sheathing, this outside sheathing off, and then I've also stripped the end of the wire, and it's ready to be inserted into the junction box and nailed to the rafters and completed. So let's get to that. That went better than expected, but not as good as I hoped. But progress. We have to finish up wiring up the other junction boxes, so mounting them to the rafter. But before we can mount them, we have to make kits first. So junction box, knock out the little panels where the wire runs through, install wire clamps, put 2 screws in there and 3 wire nuts, and that should be the kit. have here? We have the wire that we just measured and cut. It was 54 inches from junction box to junction box. I gave 10 extra inches just to have extra to loop up and into the junction box. And then I'll probably have some more left over, but nothing sucks worse than being too short. So what do we have to do? We have to prepare the cable for the first junction box. So I have 3 tools. I have my utility knife, I have wire cutters, and I have wire strippers. So let me show you and explain to you how you use them. First, obviously, you open the knife. This white sheathing here, we're just lightly going to cut through. We're basically just scoring it so it makes it easy to rip. Go down, I don't know, 3 inches, maybe a little more, a little less. And then you just separate it. What you want to be careful of, though, is not to cut all the way through and damage these inner wires and the insulation around them. So once you have that, as you just saw me do, you peel back this paper here on both on the big paper and the little paper. Then you have 3 wires in here, right? Well, first, let's cut these off, just so they're out of our way. So cut the paper. I'm just using wire cutters. You can use the utility knife or whatever you like. And then cut the white insulation. So we have 3 wires. We have the live hot wire, the ground wire, and the neutral wire. So the ground wire is bare, so we don't have to do anything with that. So we can bend that back, I guess, or just get it out of your way. Then we're going to use the wire strippers. So what you do, you find the correct gauge setting on here. This one is the 3rd one in, and it is 12 gauge, or sorry, 14 gauge. I always go the wrong way. Then you want to go insert it into the correct spot, go down a 1/4 of an inch, let's say, squeeze it. You can kind of just go back and forth if you want to cut through it. I don't really think it's necessary. And then you just pull apart. So there you go. And then you do the same with the live hot wire. So I think I'm actually going to take off a little bit more and we're good to go. So I'm going to do that to these 8 other wires and I'll bring you up on the next step. Well, I think this is a good stopping point. We got all these junction boxes wired up all the way down, 3 rows, except for the attic door. I think that's a project within its own, measuring and kind of figuring out as we go. I have an idea in my head. I drew a little bit up on Creo, and I guess you guys will see that in the next video. As always, the tools I use in doing the projects around here, they'll be listed down below in the description. If you want to use the exact same tools I do, obviously they work for me, so they should work for you. Tools, materials, and anything else in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, constructive criticism helps this channel grow and become better, helps me produce better videos. So if you have any of it, leave it in the comments and I'll try to fix it for the next video. Thanks, guys.